This is the Daily Thunder podcast. I'm your host, Ryan Woods. I'm here with Daily Thunder beat writer Brandon Rahbar. Brandon, first of all, how are you?
I'm good, man. What a game. What a wire-to-wire Thunder victory that I am, happy about. They needed one of these, right?
Sure.
I don't know, man.
I'm going to...
I don't want to come on and it was such a, seeing like the joy in Justin Jackson and Al Horford's face and those guys wanted so bad, and seeing like Shea, he was injured on the sideline. So happy for the guys. So I'm not going to come on here and be a Debbie Downer and be like, tanking. So
let me take care of that, and we'll get it out of the way quickly. Milwaukee got out rebounded. They had more turnovers. They had fewer assists. They hit less threes. There are clear reasons why Oklahoma City won this game, and none of them could be foreseen before a game like this. It's a costly win for Oklahoma City. There's no question about it, and that's all I'll say. That's all I'll say. It's Valentine's Day. Let's keep people are going to be very excited about this win. I'm going to let them be excited.
I'll add a little bit of context since you took the brunt of that there.
Sure.
This occurred on a day where the three teams with the worst record in the NBA, the Wolves, the Wizards, and the Pistons, all won games that they probably shouldn't have won.
Yep.
So if you are watching Tankathon.com and you're hoping that the Thunder have a chance for Cade Cunningham or Jonathan Kuminga or Jalen Suggs or Evan Mobley, you were probably disappointed when you saw that Justin Jackson 3, because it's a time where the Thunder could have made up some ground and been like right on the precipice of a top 4 pick. There's still plenty of time, yes. Here's the deal, though. I'm going to say it. I've said it, and I think early on, I think people may have rolled their eyes. This team is too good to tank. It really is. They're doing this against elite competition. They're doing this without Shai Gilgeous-Alexander or George Hill. It's a combination of Al Horford, Shai when he's out there, Mark Daigneault's coaching, and every single one of these guys putting in 100% effort, hustle, smart, high IQ plays the entire time they're on the court. They will not be out-hearted at any time. And it's a testament to this team. It's a costly win for future draft lottery odds, but Sam Presti, if he does want to have a chance at Cade and those guys, may have to make some moves sooner than later.
It starts to make me wonder the moves that he could make. Like, there's no market for Justin Jackson, and he hit the biggest shot of the game tonight. Bazley had an amazing night. Bazley's not going anywhere. Dort found his shot again. Dort's not going anywhere. Like, these are players that will be around whether Horford moves on or not, whether Hill moves on or not. Hill didn't play again. They didn't have a point guard again. The Thunder won tonight, and it could have easily been their 5th straight win. They lost by 2 to Denver. They lost by 1 in overtime to the Lakers. They lost by 7 in overtime to the Lakers. They beat Minnesota by 2, and they lost to Minnesota by 3.
Yeah. In that first Minnesota game, they were missing a bunch of players as well.
Yeah. Could easily be 6 in a row tonight. Like, this team, that to your point, this team is not a tanking team.
No, because I know that a lot of people are always going back to the look at the net rating thing. I don't need to look at net rating because I watched this team, and this team, against all odds, is not a tanking team. Sam Presti made all those
teams play down to them. Teams just play down to them. The teams are doing to Oklahoma City what Oklahoma City did to numerous teams in the past when they were a really, really high-end team. They played down to the bottom feeders all the time. These are games like tonight that competitive Oklahoma City teams would lose in the past.
I never thought I would do this, Ryan. It's going to be the only time I do this. And after the show is done, I'm probably going to kick myself and ask you to go back and take this out of this episode. But I'm going to quote Kevin Durant here.
Wow.
And say that hard work beats talent when talent fails to work hard. Although I think that Kevin Durant lifted that from somebody else, and he somehow has got all the credit for him. It's like a Michael Scott, Wayne Gretzky thing. For some reason, KD gets all the credit. So right now it's Whoever said it, then Kevin Durant, then Brandon Rahbar.
There you go. And you're exactly right. Durant's exactly right. And whoever said that first is exactly right.
It's amazing though, this team, like to get back off of the kind of the downer part of it and
Yes.
what this means long term, and I will say this, Al Horford, I don't think anybody thought that there was a chance he'd get traded this season because of his contract and all those things. He's playing so well. He might get moved at the deadline. There might be a market for Al Horford. It's been incredible what the Thunder rehabilitation program has been able to do with the likes of Chris Paul and Al Horford. Just amazing. But we keep getting sidetracked. This was an impressive win. This team plays with so much heart and so much effort that whether it affects the long-term good or bad, these guys deserved a holiday win because they've been so close to these elite teams so many different times. And to do this without SGA, I mean, it's just a testament. I mean, these are second stringers and third stringers. These are cast-off and journeymen. These are second-round picks and undrafted guys. These are guys like Darius Miller, who hasn't played in 2 years, coming off a terrible injury. It's guys like Al Horford, who was considered washed in the worst contract in the NBA. This team and these players are right there with all these contenders night after night. It's unbelievable what this team is doing.
I don't mean to minimize it to one sentence, but I feel like what has been going on over the last week or so can be summed up in they contest every single shot.
Yep, they do. Yeah, that's absolutely right. And they go after every single rebound. They jump on every single loose ball. When they miss their own shot, they're going for that rebound. Like and they really don't make any dumb plays on offense. It's crazy for as inexperienced as this team is and young as it is. You can question some of Hamidou Diallo's, shots and things like that. But really outside of that, this team will always try to look for the best shot. Darius Bazley and Lou Dort, again, inexperienced. They'll sometimes just kind of get tunnel vision and go to the rim, no matter if there's 3 dudes there ready to block them or not. But overall, this team plays smart as well. And that's an underrated thing, I think, about this team as well, especially for how young they are.
Yeah, the hustle stats are there. The turnovers, the block shots are there. They're typically winning the rebound battle. Like it's really impressive how feisty they are, how competitive they are, how hard they play. We've said it over and over, but tonight's another example. Certain Milwaukee shots went in, but they weren't uncontested. They really do a good job of getting out on everybody. Giannis had a triple-double tonight, 24, I believe. 24, 17, and 10, 3 steals, 3 blocks. If you had him in fantasy tonight, congrats on the win.
Yeah.
10 of 18 from the field, 1 of 3 from 3. Like he was a +4. He played really well. There were a few moments in the game where it felt like the game was there for Milwaukee to make that 8-10-0 run and put it away. And
we all thought it was going to. Oh, go. Keep going.
Yeah, well, they did. They just never got it. They never got it. Portis had a key turnover late, although Portis had 21 points and 6 boards off the bench. He's been really good for them. Played 28 minutes. DiVincenzo, 17. I thought Forbes really hurt them tonight. He missed a lot of good looks in the fourth quarter. 14 points for him, but he was 2 of 8 from 3, 6 of 17 from the field. And that's another guy that's out there on the perimeter that is used to getting wide open looks for this team, whether that's on the catch out on the 3-point line or just pump faking and stepping into a wide open shot. Those were not there tonight, and he did a great. Oklahoma City did a great job on just contesting the perimeter.
They did. I mean, I watched this team, and I can't help going back real quick before I get into this. You mentioned Giannis' stats. It was amazing to me though, because I don't want to forget to say this. How Al Horford played him. He defended him so well. As great as Giannis was tonight, what Al Horford did for being, 34 years old and considered, past his prime, obviously, and then you got Giannis, a back-to-back MVP. Horford tonight was fairly equal to him on both sides of the court. Like, I mean, he was giving Giannis all he could handle on the offensive end. Then he was defending him pretty well on the other end. This team, though, I watched this team, and I just can't help but to think, man, if all those contending Thunder teams would have had 1, Mark Daigneault as coach, and then 2, this sort of effort and hustle and all those things. I mean, yeah, some of the players had it, but from top to bottom, like if all the superstars and all the great role players that the Thunder had in those contending years, and obviously injury luck, but this team is just played. They're in every game just out of pure hustle and heart. It's just, even if you're rooting for losses, you can't help but to admire the way they're playing.
Yeah. There's just a fun spirit about them. Like even SGA over on the bench just had such a early 2010s Russ vibe on the
Yeah,
bench. Like
yeah,
so happy, just dancing around, cheering for the guys. It was like the time, I think it was the early in the 13 season after he had that second knee surgery when he spent some time off the floor, and he was that guy.
that's
We
right.
got to see a lot of good outfits, and we got to see a lot of dancing and cheering from Russ. But that's what SGA reminded me of tonight. I mean, he's just like constantly motivating and encouraging the guys. He's just an infectious kind of guy, and a guy that every Thunder fan should be stoked about having on this team for a long time.
There is no player, or there is no person you'd rather have to be the future face of your franchise than Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, both on the court and off the court. His talent on the court, we see it every game. He's getting better and better, and he's looking like an all-star this season at 22 years old, and he just keeps improving. It's incredible. But then off the court, he's such a classy guy. He's such a high character person, and he's such a smart guy. He's a hard worker. The work ethic is there. Everyone only has great things to say about him and his maturity. It's just exciting to kind of hand the keys over. The Thunder have been really fortunate, from Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook to Chris Paul to now Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, that their star, their face of the franchise, is going to be such a good dude on and off the court.
Yeah, for sure. Another guy I want to hit was Lou Dort. I kind of mentioned it in passing, but he kind of got back on the three ball train tonight. 3 of 8, 37.5%. It was good to see. It was good to see a couple go down for Lou after a couple games where he just struggled.
Yeah, because he was flirting at 43, 44% for a good chunk of the year, and
Yeah.
then just these past several games. Honestly, if Lou hits one more three in each of the past few games, the Thunder have a 6-game winning streak right now,
Yeah,
because
it's true.
his slump coincided with all these close losses to the contenders, and he kept going like 0 for 6, 1 for 7. Like, I mean, I can't remember the exact stats, but it's been a slump for a
Yeah.
while. So it was really nice to see him hitting again like he did for the first part of the season. His overall stats, 3-point wise, had taken a big tumble from like 44% to like 33%. But, just seeing nights like tonight remind you, oh, yeah, he does have a lot of potential on the offensive side as well.
Yeah, and another guy was, I mean, Kenrich Williams played another solid game. A ton of hustle. Like he earns that nickname every single night. He's everywhere. Like defensively, loose balls, long rebounds. He will always be in the mix.
I was thinking of this. If you did a Mount Rushmore of Thunder hustle players,
Uh-huh.
obviously Nick Collison's going to be on there.
Uh-huh.
It's early, but I'm going to put Kenrich Williams on there mostly because I want to see that mullet carved in stone.
There's not enough stone in the world to make that happen.
Then I think Steven Adams, for as big as he was, he always, fell down on loose balls. But then I couldn't think of the fourth guy. I mean, Russ hustled
I
like
was gonna
crazy.
say Russ.
Yeah, I think I'd put Russ. You don't think of him because he's a superstar and they don't usually qualify for this, but I think I put Russ as well. So Kenrich is in great company, is what I'm trying to say.
He for
Mr.
sure
Thunder,
is.
and then the 2 most beloved players, and probably the 3 most beloved players in franchise history, actually.
I was about to say Kenrich Williams and then 3 guys that will have their jerseys retired. But do you think Adams will have his jersey retired?
That's a close one. That's a good question.
We might have to
That's a
put that on the poll.
50-50.
We might have to put that on the poll.
Yeah, I think
Might have
that's
to cross bolts that.
We should. Yes. Let's do that. You're going to be on Crossbolts tomorrow. Of course, it'd be really random to bring it up tomorrow. Let's wait until
Right.
till we play the Pelicans or something. But yeah,
Sure.
good call.
The other guy, I mean, we got to talk about Justin Jackson. I don't know where this is coming from. I was talking to a guy who's a Mavs fan before the season, like, hey, what are Thunder fans in for with Justin Jackson? And he mentioned, you'll see a couple games where it's like, wow, I can see why this guy was a first round pick. And then the rest, you'll be confused as to why. Maybe we just saw those 2 games. I don't know. Like, he's played really well the last 2 games. Tonight he got to start. 22 points, 5 assists, 3 rebounds, 4 of 4 from three. He played a solid game and hit the biggest shot of the night.
He did. I mean, that dagger three was incredible.
It was
And
deep.
I say what?
It was a deep three.
It was deep. It was contested. It was at the shot clock buzzer,
Yeah.
hand in his face. And when he shot, I was like, he's going to hit that. I know he's going to hit that. And he did hit that. I was torn when he hit it. I think that Thunder fans were torn when he hit it. But what a shot. He's been great these last 2 games, 20 points and 22 points. I've already seen on Twitter, people wondering if and you mentioned it earlier, does he have trade value? Not right now. I mean,
absolutely not.
This is 2 games. Nobody gets trade value from 2 games.
Yeah.
He's still a guy that, was a throw-in in a small trade. But he is 25 years old. He was the number 15 overall pick just a few years ago. If he starts putting together a bunch of games, then all of a sudden the Thunder have a choice to make, like, hey, do we want to keep him around and keep grooming him and keep developing him, and maybe he's still young enough to fit the timeline, or he develops some trade value a little bit down the road, but not right now after 2 games. But these 2 games show you what he's capable of and shows you what he can do. And before I forget it, we are idiots. Darius Miller right now at this moment is wearing Steven Adams' number 12 jersey. So I guess that may answer.
Great call.
Answer the question. I had that thought, like, as I was like, oh my gosh, we're so dumb.
Great call. So that answers that question. So Kenrich Williams is up on Mount Rushmore with 2 players who will have their number retired. All right, I got to mention Bazley's pass on that Justin Jackson 3 at the end of the game. Horford gets in the paint, throws it out to Bazley, gets tipped by Giannis before it gets to Bazley, and it looks like it's going to go out of bounds. Bazley chooses to reach over to try and grab it, and in one motion controls it and with his right hand and throws a quick, accurate pass to Justin Jackson to get him time enough to beat the shot clock buzzer. Like, Justin Jackson's obviously going to get the credit for that 3-pointer, but that was a phenomenal play by Bazley.
I was glad that the first thing that Justin Jackson said when he was asked about his dagger 3 was, hey, the credit should go to Baze for catching that ball and stopping it from going out of bounds and making the pass. That was the first thing out of his mouth, and he's absolutely right.
Play. Yeah.
I thought that Darius Bazley was the best he's ever been tonight. I think this was his best game. It wasn't his career high in anything in points or rebounds. It wasn't statistically his best field goal percentage, but when you look at his game in totality, the points, the rebounds, the shots, when he hit the shots, when he decided to be aggressive, plays like that clutch play, and he just looked confident.
Mm-hmm.
And, the dunk that he had, I just think it was and the timing of when he went on his little scoring spree, I think it was the best game he's had. And he needed it because, he's been so up and down this season, and games like this can be big for confidence.
He's one of those players you can see the confidence come and you can see the confidence go. It's kind of unfortunate that you can, because you want to see a guy that he's never shaken. But it reminds me of we could probably name a few Thunder players that this happened. I feel like early Reggie Jackson was this way. Anthony Morrow comes to mind. Jeremy Lamb for sure. You could just see it coming. You could see it go. So the dunk really got him going. So the dunk comes, I think that was over Middleton, and then Giannis was coming over and helped. Next play down, he gets a driving layup with his right hand. Like, he's really getting good at that, at coming across the lane with those long strides and then right hand layup. And then the next possession, he grabs a rebound and takes all the way down the floor, gets to the free throw line before he gets that ball out to Justin Jackson to the corner for a 3. So 7 straight points he accounted for in the fourth quarter. He was just on a run that gets you excited all over again for Darius Bazley after another down stretch.
Yeah, apparently Darius doesn't want to play with Cade Cunningham or Jonathan Kuminga because really when you break it down, he was probably the most responsible for the Thunder winning tonight. When you look at when he made the plays that he made,
Yeah,
uh, he's
he was awesome.
he really was. He really, and that's the thing. When the Thunder win, you want it to be because of either the young guys or because of the old guys that you can trade away. And this was, ultimately Dort, Bazley, Horford, and Justin Jackson. Three of those four players are either going to be sticking around for the long haul or traded. And then you got
Yep.
Justin Jackson, and he's a question mark what's going to happen with him in his future. So, even if you're on Team Tank, there's some positives to take away from how the Thunder won tonight.
I would be firmly on Team Tank, but it's undeniable that Bazley was so much better tonight. Dort looked so much better. Those are the guys that you want improving. And to be honest, those are the guys that should be looking at Team Tank and saying, "Screw you guys! Like, we're really good, and we're going to be even better the more we play." Like those Bazley's the exact guy that should be like, "Who's Jonathan Kaminga? Like, this is
Right.
my spot. This will be my starting spot for years." So you want to see guys like that take the challenge, step up, improve, take accountability for when they don't play well. Like those are the guys that you can get really excited about. And so good on Bazley.
Yeah, Bazley was great. Dort was great. Uh, and Poku. I'm just gonna throw this out there. He had his best game tonight. It
He sure
wasn't
did.
with the Thunder, but in the G League, he looked great tonight. He scored well. He was like 2 or 3 from three. He had a bunch of assists. Of course, he always gets rebounds. So saw some promise from Poku tonight too. Just a random shout out to the Oklahoma City Blue.
He
They're
he
playing really
he did
well.
have a good night. The other thing I wanted to mention was I miss watching Shea.
Yeah, that's the thing about this little run of games. Every single game, we're kind of all collectively as Thunder fans getting more and more blown away by the growth that he's shown. And I think every time we're like, man, he really is going to be an all-star, isn't he? Oh man, he really is going to be maybe like a top 20 NBA player. Oh man, could he be a top 10 NBA player in his prime? Like every game, like it just seems like he was getting better and better and showing
Mm-hmm.
more and more of what his ceiling could potentially be. And so it's a bummer, like right at the height of that, kind of taken away from us with
Yeah,
this sore knee. And the Thunder are in every game and even winning some games, in spite of it. It's crazy.
Sam Presti is rolling over in his grave.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. All right. Uh, the Thunder are back. They are still home. They'll be at home for the Blazers game on Tuesday night. That'll be 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Oklahoma time. And we will be back after that. The Trailblazers got another solid win tonight at Dallas. They go to 16-10. So they'll be coming to Oklahoma City riding a little bit of a high. So we will be talking after that one. We'll see who is playing in that one, if there are any point guards available, and if that will matter at all.
Right.
um, so yeah, there will be some things to talk about after that one, and we'll be back on the Daily Thunder podcast to talk to you about it. So Brandon, thank you very much, man, and happy Valentine's Day to you.
Hey, happy Valentine's Day to you too as well, buddy.
Thunder fans, cheers.